Hello and welcome to Hadoop Exam Learning Resources. In this session, I would be recording how to solve CCA159 exercises, which is provided by the HadoopExam.com. So you would be executing and completing these exercises on the environment which you would have created on the Google Cloud, which is provided. All the instructions are provided by the HadoopExam.com. Correct. So you would have completed almost 10 videos before this exercise, in which we have told you like how to set up all the uh, instances, a single instance Hadoop cluster for the cloud era. Correct. So now let me tell you how you can access the exercises first. So you just go to the cloud era. Here in this cloud era, there is a CCA159. This is the place where you can click on this, and in this you can see like we are providing 68 solved scenarios right now. Correct. And how you can solve this scenario, this is you need to do exercises use on the single node Hadoop cluster. So now this is the page where you would be seeing all the exercises. Here I would be giving you the link as well how to set up the instance videos which we have created. So this link would be provided over here, so you can follow all the videos how to set up single node instance you for the cloud era. Correct, on the Google Cloud. Okay, and then once you are done, then you can start practicing. So there are currently 68 exercises which is divided in 4 practice paper. So you can click on this, and just click on this, it would launch exercise for you because you have been given the permission. So it would ask for the password. So where do you get this password? The password here, this link is provided here, fetch password. So this is user specific password. Okay, so the first thing you have to remember is like when you access this question answer, this you have been given a permission to access this question paper. So on which account you have to make sure you are logged in with the your Google account on which you have been given permission. So first thing, prefer using Chrome browser on any operating system. Okay, first thing. And second thing, make sure you are logged in with your Google account on this before clicking on this question paper. Correct. So sometimes you may face like this paper may not launch and keep running the circle like progress bar or something. So the simple solution for this is like go to here and more tools and history. Correct. So there is a clear browsing data. Okay, so here you can click on this and you can see here and clear the data. So it would help you to clear all your browsing data whatever you have, and then you can relaunch this question paper. Okay, so it would be launched. So now my question paper is launched, but we need to get the password. So how do you get the password? This is user specific password is generated on runtime. You can copy this password by clicking on this button, that's all. And then once you click on this and then paste this password over here just using Control V button. Okay, so once you are done with this, you can see the paper would be launched here. Correct. Okay, so now you can see here the paper would be launched here. So CCA159, you can see the below instructions are provided, so you can read this instruction. Okay, and one more thing which is before moving to the exercise, I would highly recommend it, go on this HadoopExam.com and click on releases and updates. So you can see here all the releases which are on we are doing. So date wise releases you can see here, so like whenever what we have released kind of thing. And one important thing which like whether you have subscribed our product or not, this is the Google groups which you need to join to get the latest update whatever we are doing on any product. So we can send the announcement using this Google group, so anybody can join this Google group. It is not necessary you have subscribed this product or not. Correct. So that is where you can access this question paper. So I'll be solving the one exercise in this video. Okay, so let's go through this, and now this is my question paper is launched. If you want, you can maximize it, so then it would give you the better view. You can access this question papers on your mobile phone, your tablet, and in your desktop, laptop, etc. But highly recommended is laptop and desktop because you need to do exercises. If this is a multiple choice question paper, then it is good to access on mobile and tablet phone. But this is the hands-on exercises which you are going to do. So the best option is you have to use either laptop, or these are some other things which we are going to come up soon. Okay, so now let's go here. This is your exercise. Okay, in this exercise you need to read the problem statement. You have been given MySQL database. This is the detail about your MySQL database. The user is HEDBA. The password for this user is Hadoop exam. The database name is Hadoop exam underscore db1, and this is the JDBC URL you would be using. So very same instruction would be given to you during your exam, correct, when you appear for your real exam, and you need to use this instruction. So what problem statement says? You have been given MySQL databases below. Please input all the tables in Hadoop exam DB in the Hive or Impala database using scope. So you have to create Hadoop exam DB database in Hive or Impala, correct, and then you have to import all the tables in this database, correct, whatever tables are here present. So here we have not mentioned, but there are 6 tables in this database, you can see. So if you have set up the environment based on our previous videos, then you would see like these are the all tables you have already set up and how to access it. So any data which you need to like, obviously you cannot type everything, correct, so data needs to be provided to you. So what you can see, click here and click on this link. So you would see like data whatever needs to be used for particular exercise would be given to you. So by clicking on this link you would get the access to the data as well for this exercises. So this would take some time to launch this page, but this is plain HTML page. Okay, so just wait to get it launched. Once it is launched you can see the data as well for each exercise. So I'll come back here again. Okay, so this is how you would access the data. Now video. So again, video, you would not find video on this site here itself, but this video which I am recording right now would be available on this link soon, correct. Once my recording is completed, I would publish this video on this link. So you can click on this link and you can get access to this video and you can watch it. So for every exercise we may not be able to provide the video. We would be providing only selected exercises. The video would be provided. Now this is your exercise, this is required data, this is video to understand the solution, and the entire solution for this given problem is provided here. So you can access one by one this exercise. Okay, so this is the entire solution which I am going to execute soon. Okay, so this is the in the environment, and this is the tutorial. And now tutorial is related to like the problem statement, any tutorial we wanted to provide you. So you can see here the tutorial as well, like some concept you wanted to learn for this particular exercise. So these are the section we are going to provide for each exercise. So this is first exercise. Similarly, if you click on, you would move to the next exercise where we have given other statement and every other information. So similarly you can check this all the stuff we have provided. So now go to the data section. Here this is the data. So now you can see for each exercise we have provided the data here. So wherever the exercise is there, the data whatever is needed, you can copy and paste this data from this location, correct. So this is all the data for all the exercises. Again, this page can only accessible for the people who have subscribed for this material, correct. It's a okay. So now let me go to question paper 1 here. So we need to import all this. So solution, actually you cannot copy this from here, any command or anything from this online simulator. Okay, so only data you are permission given to you have been given permission to copy the data from this link. What we want you to write the command, because you are going to appear in the real exam, that you have to remember the commands what you are going to execute it. So it is better you type in every command and you memorize the stuff which are logically or technically required you to remember. So that's the reason we are not going to provide any copy paste material from this page. Only data would be available for copy and pasting purpose. Okay, then you have to type in. So now let me go to the our instance we have set up on the Cloudera, correct, on the Google Cloud single node instance. So just start the node. I have stopped this, correct. So I'll start this. So it would take again some time. So you can just click on start. This is the node which we have set up for CCA159 certification. So it would take some time. Okay, so this is the external IP address would be given to this instance. Once it is started, we will be launching the Cloudera manager instance. Okay, so just open here, and what is the port number for Cloudera manager? 7180. Memorize this port, 7180. This is the IP address. Don't click on this, as I mentioned previously, don't directly click on this link, just copy an IP address and this. Now your server is getting started, correct here. So this IP not yet what I say is not yet sorry, this is 7180. So this is not yet launched, because my server is still starting, so it would take some time. So now this is instance started, but Cloudera manager server is not yet started, so we have to wait for a couple of minutes this is Cloudera manager servers to get launched. So it would be launched within 2-3 minutes. Okay, so meanwhile let's go to our question paper here. So these are the 5 sections you can see here. So in every exercise we have given 20 exercises almost you need to complete, but in your real exam you would be provided 8 to 12 exercises. That varies. Okay, and here the few things which we are doing here, like generating the data and copying data from one place to another place, that might not need to be done on the your real exam because data would be provided by them. But here to solve our exercises we are providing our own data here, and you need to generate this data as well. So in each exercise we have given the instruction how to execute all this stuff, and I'll copying this entire solution on the WordPad here, and I would execute here because I don't want to waste too much time to type the command right now, because I just want to show you how the things works in the Hadoop exam simulators and how you can execute this. Okay, so let's go through this. I believe this would have been started, not yet. Okay, still it is taking time, so let me pause the video so don't waste time. So now this my Cloudera manager can be launched here. So let me refresh it because it started here. So login screen would be coming here. So this is login screen. So what is the user ID and password here is admin, and admin we would be using to log in the Cloudera manager. Okay, so this is Cloudera manager being launched. We are logging in. Still my all the services on the cluster are in a stopped state, correct? Never remember the password. You can just what I would highly recommend you to restart this service. Okay, so entire cluster would be restarted over here, so it would be again taking some time. Okay, so this would be like if anything is running it would be first stopped, and then command would be like starting all the services. So as I mentioned previously, yeah, here our Hive server starting would be failed here, one of the service would fail but other would start successfully, so don't worry about that, this failure. So let me pause again until it gets started. This is the first exercise, because of that this video would be little longer actually. For other exercises I would not be going on all this stuff, correct, because this is not required for every videos. So this is the first exercise, that's the reason I'm going through this all the things in the first videos. So once you become comfortable, I would go only to solving the exercises directly, which is in our simulator. So now let's wait for it to get completed. So now you can see like this all services started, other than one Hive server 2 might have failed. Okay, okay, this time it got started, I don't know how come, but all the time it was failing, but anyway it's fine for us. Okay, so now here we can see this is one health issue. Okay, and Impala started. Hue somehow not started. Let me refresh this page here. Okay, so all our services are started. Okay, here, so we don't have to worry. Let me go to the host. We have increased the disk size in the yeah, you can see here now disk size is 100 GB. Previously it was 50 GB, correct? We have increased by 50 GB additional, so it's now 100 GB, and so 70 GB space still available for our exercise, and total memory consumed is 11.3 GB till now, so 14.5 total is available for us. So I believe for our exercises this is good enough because I have run all these exercises with this configuration. So now let's go to the console again here and open the SSH terminal here. All the exercises which we would be executing would be on the Linux user, it would be Hadoop exam 1. Okay, remember, so we need to switch user command we have to use, like make sure you run with the Hadoop exam 1 user. Okay, so how to change this user here is su-hadoop exam 1. Okay, so now password is Hadoop exam. So every things which we are going to run here is a Hadoop exam 1 user would be using here. So this is my user Hadoop exam 1, you can see here, correct? Now go to the exercise. We need to import entire data from SQL to Hive database, correct? So let me draw here if you really wanted to know. So this is my MySQL database which has 6 tables in it. Okay, we wanted to create Hadoop exam DB database in either Hive or Impala. So same thing, correct? So like we can use the same meta store for both Hive and M. And so import all the 6 table data in this Hive environment, correct? So how would you do this? You would be using scope tool for doing this, and then on this we would be creating the table. Okay, so external table we would be creating. Okay, so you should know the difference between managed table and external table. So we would be creating external table in Hive for doing this exercise. Okay, so let me go through this document here. So just we would be using Impala over here. You can use Hive as well or Impala as well. So we have somewhere explicitly mentioned like what you need to use, kind of thing, Impala or Hive. So make yourself comfortable for CCA159 certification for Impala as well as Hive. These are the main focused component for this certification which you need to be aware. So I would be starting Impala shell here. Again, very important here is like you would be using Hadoop exam 1 as a user over here. Okay, now once I'm so use default, obviously we are using the default database only. So you can see default database we are logged in. So now how would you, okay, first if you are doing this exercise again and again, so you may have created this database previously. So this is the command, you can drop the existing database, drop database Hadoop exam DB cascade. Okay, so this is cascade here provides the benefit like any table, if this database already exists, then first drop those table and then drop this database. Okay, that's the reason we are providing cascade. So we actually in our case this is a fresh setup, we have not created yet, so this command would fail. Actually you see here database does not exist, so that is fine. Now creating the database, this is the database which we need to create here. Okay, so I would be directly copy pasting here, but you need to type it. So now this database is created here, and if you really wanted to check like whether this database is created or not, so there are two options. Either use the hdfs dfs command to list this. So let me open another shell here. Okay, just go to the cloud and ssh. So I would be opening two shell here, and will be checking like this directory is created or not. How would you know like this is the Hive database external path here? So you can go here, okay, this Cloudera manager here. Okay, go to the Cloudera manager here, and inside that go to the Hive service. In the configuration, click on the configuration and find the warehouse directory. Okay, so this very simple thing actually which you can do this, search for warehouse directory. So you can see Hive warehouse directory. What is the path here? For managed tables, this path. For Hive external directory, this is the path. That is the same we are talking about in our warehouse tablespace external Hive, correct? Or tablespace external Hive. So these are the path which you can check over here. Okay, so and the options to check whether this path exists or not, you can run this command because we have created this database, correct? So this path, when we list all the directory under this path, okay, so this is the path. When you list all the directory here, you can see one database we have recently created, this Hadoop exam DB. So this directory will be created here. So that is what you need to know. Now next, if you other way, how do you check if you are not comfortable with the command, which you should be? I think there is another option is like I would recommend is you using the Hue UI, correct? So what is the Hue UI? How do you open the Hue UI? Just copy this again, this IP address, and paste. And what is the port for the Hue UI? 8889. Remember this. Okay, so now you would be logging with 8889 Hue UI. If make sure your Hue service is up and running. Okay, so once it is launched here, you can see this is directly logged in because somehow I'm in it. But let me sign out to show you the like stuff. Somehow I just want to sign out, so this is not behaving properly. Yeah, sign out here, and then you would be seeing this UI to log in. So Hadoop exam 1 is my username and password is Hadoop exam. So this is how you in a Hue you would be logging it. And what is the warehouse directory path? Just go to the files here in this and we need to check whether our files are created. Where is the path here? Under the slash directory, we go to the warehouse and table space, and this is the database we have created right now. So this is a this should be part of managed database, I believe. The one we created, correct, is Hadoop exam DB. So this is the right now there is no table in this, so this is empty. So this is the database which we have created. So now there are two ways to check the file. One is using the Hue UI and another is a command line. So I would highly recommend become comfortable with the command line as well. Now scope import command. So import all tables is the features which is available. Connect. So this is the JDBC URL which is provided to you, correct, as part of data which you would be using. So this is my JDBC URL for MySQL database, and this is the name of the database from where we would be exporting all the table. If you really want to check like this table, what all tables are exist in MySQL, so there are simple login, even using root is fine. So this is the password for this Hadoop exam. Okay, show databases. So you can see Hadoop exam DB1 database exists, correct? So I can say use this database and now show tables. So this environment we have already created. So you can see there are 6 tables exist. So control D to exit from the MySQL. Okay, so this way we have checked this 6 tables. So now username. Okay, what is that? Now we wanted to make direct connection to this database. So what is the user for this? HEDBA, Hadoop exam DBA is the username here, and what is the password here? Hadoop exam is the password. What is the warehouse directory path here? This is we have to provide explicitly, like on this directory import my data. Hyphen M1 is hyphen M1. Okay, double hyphen. Remember this is number of mappers. If you remember, like Scoop uses MapReduce framework to copy data from MySQL to the your HDFS file system. So we would be using mapper here, and here we can provide the option like in what format you want to import the data. So the ideal format, if not asked explicitly, then ideally you should use Parquet file format. So that's the reason here we are using by default Parquet format itself. Okay, so now let me copy this command. This command would take some time to copy the data. Okay, so now again I would recommend use the Hadoop exam one user. So now we are switched to Hadoop exam one user, and let me run this command here, scope command. Okay, so it should take some time, but let's get it started, then it'll come back here. So now this process would start here. This is the first time we are running, so it may create some problem if everything not set well, and if everything is good, then it would successfully complete, correct? So I'll not go in detail how scoop work kind of thing. So this is the command which you would be using, so you should be aware with the scope framework as well, like when you wanted to run all this stuff, correct? So if you see, these are the various jars is being used from the CDH7. So this is the MapReduce framework. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so because of our configuration, proper configuration, we are able to run this MapReduce framework. So mapper 100%, and its one job is, I believe, completed here, and this is started with the another file. This HE customer table started here. Previously I believe this has completed, HE categories has completed. So even if you want to check meanwhile, like you can use Hue UI, and whatever the path we have provided might have this file generated in this. Let me see where we have provided the path to be file generated here. It doesn't seems to be here because we have provided here the path. It should have created the file. You see, oh, this is external. We are saying this is external path, okay, not here. So warehouse, what happened? Let me remove this. Warehouse, table space, external, Hive. Okay, Hadoop exam DB. Okay, you can see here the files are getting created here in the Parquet format, correct? So this is the external path we have provided. That's the reason this is an external. So this would be taking some time here to get finished. Okay, so still quite good speed. And you can even at the same time you can check the memory status of our host here. So just click here, all host, and see here 12.4 GB we have consumed as a memory here, and 14.4 GB total is available. So we are still good. Okay, so for our work here, so now all the tables have been imported over here. Now even if you want using the HDFS command, you can check whether this data have been created or not. So there are multiple ways. One is Hue or another is the HDFS command. So HDFS DFS-ls to list. So these are the tables. Now we need to create the table using this data, correct? So we would be creating the external table here. So this is again I'm using the Impala shell here. So in Impala I would be using this database. So as soon as you change the database here, you can see this is now, say this is the database I'm going to use here. Now create external table, name HE categories, same of the table, and this is the path of the file, location of the file, and by default it assumes it's like the path you providing, the file contains the Parkway data. Okay, the Parkway data format, and my data is terminated by comma and everything. So I would be directly using this command to create the table here, and you can see the table have been created here. So now if you wanted to check whether data is inserted in this table or not, obviously this is an external file, so there is no as such explicit data would be created or something on this data. Directly external table would be created here, so you can see this data is generated. Similarly for HE customer, we would be creating the table here, so you can see here this way we have been creating this table. Okay, then this is the another table which we would be creating here. So this way you can create all this table. Actually what I will do, actually this is better, I would add this command in the HTML page itself, so this data page, because I don't want you to write down this whole lot of thing actually. So what I will be doing in this page here, in under the exercise 1, I will provide this command actually. But this copying column name and this is fine, but this thing you should be aware, like how to write and all this thing. So even you can use the describe command in the MySQL database itself. Okay, let me log in again to MySQL database. MySQL -u user root -p Hadoop exam, the password use Hadoop exam db1, correct? So here describe HE categories. So you can use this information to create this. So I won't be providing this anymore. So this is the way you can find the column definition and you can generate this kind of thing. So you need to be aware how to provide this data type in such scenarios, correct? Float, int or something, but here you would see something else here, correct? So int, varchar or whatever is a different type. So I would highly recommend you you use this column name from this describe table information, but the types and all information you need to understand how to specify for the Parkway and all the other stuff, correct? So you would be doing this. So let me run this command actually in the to complete all this stuff, because for further running the exercise. So now here you can see the some notes I have provided here, like how to, the same is available in your what you can say in the simulator as well, because the entire content you have been copied from there only. So this is the instruction here. This is same thing over here, correct? So this is Abra. So this way you would be creating all this table and the stuff. So let me finish this exercise, and so now we have imported all the tables and data in this Hive or Impala database, correct? So this is my first exercise, the way you need to complete it. So you would be finding the name of the column by doing the describe command in the MySQL database, and use create this command, create external table or table name and something. You do the same thing what you have provided, because each exercise may depend on the this previous exercise, correct? So that's the reason you have to follow the order when you completing the exercises. So this way you would be accomplishing this exercise. So I hope you understand how our environment setup and all the exercises needs to be completed, how to use this online simulator, etc. Correct? So I would be stopping now. So thank you, and I hope you understand this thing. And if you want to subscribe the material from the HandsOn.com, just come over here on the Cloudera. Under the Cloudera, this is all the certification CCA175. One is Scala version, one is the PySpark version, then CCA170, 159, 131, CCP 575, Hortonworks admin certification, etc. we have provided. And the base subscription which most of the people are using is the premium subscription or pro subscription. So you can choose one of them. So there are 4 models are available: quarterly, 6 months, 12 months, and 12 months pro. Would have additional advantage like to getting access to all available certification online, whatever is available. So these are the part of pro certification included in the pro only. And if you subscribe any other, so then you can see here like one certification question and answer for this 3 months subscription, for 6 months also one certification. So out of this only one you can get it, okay? And in premium, out of all this you can get 2 certification, and if you go for pro then you can this. And other than that, there are lot other materials like projects, then career guides. Okay, now this is the all trainings which Hadoop exam provided. These are included in all the subscription, whether you go for premium, pro, quarterly, 6 monthly or something. So this access would be provided to you. All ebooks you can access, is interview preparation material for all individual technology, you can use it. So before your interview, if you want to prepare for interview, so just go through, these are the ebooks and things. So just click on this and you can get the access over here. So these are the links which we directly provide to access like whatever is there. So you just click start learning and it would launch the page. From there you can launch the various other question papers. Like this is one of the example which I've used for the PySpark CRT 020 certification. So similarly the practice paper is there. So this way you would be accessing. The only thing you have to remember, you are logged in with the user which you have given the permission. Okay, so that is very important thing. So you can subscribe the material whatever you want it from the Hadoop exam. So thanks for watching. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe it. So this is completely revised material for the all this certification. So you would be getting this new material when you subscribe it. Thank you. I'm stopping now.